Good. Now the forum is yours. I finished. Dilip ji, your comments I want first. He is the person. I am only a tool. He is running.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the way you brought in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Lot of time we are not able to think in the whole section. First, get into it. What is the story? What we have to think about? What we learn about it? That you already brought that point,
Yeah.
and this will give me more motivation to go back to Gita. We study with the demand, the Samiti and all the stuff here. But after you leave the country and we are in different world. So that is good. We made this class as a satsang. And when you have satsang, you learn more. You go
Yeah.
to school or college.
It's always different from listening to YouTube and then from Mukhadav. It's called Mukhadav. Face to face. Yeah.
So let us ask other people to have some questions, if they have comments, if they want to sing or chant the verses, that's also beautiful. I agree that pronunciation is totally different from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, totally different. So that's also good to hear that part.
See, actually, what I liked by Swami Mukundananda, the Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God, maybe one of the best chanting sloka by sloka with English commentary explained beautifully. That is one which can be referred. That's what I referred long back. But again, I went back to my Malayalam version of Chinmaya because nothing like mother tongue, right? Any other tongue is other tongue. So when we listen, probably the pronunciation is swept away from me. So I go back to this. I am more worried about the meaning, cutting, understanding, the inner sense of it, not just chanting. That is more chanting and soothing. And in the chat box, I posted one Google form so that you can fill it up. I will know what is your most interested sloka, which I could also include here. I asked one, maybe next session, next satsang, we will ask one more. So maybe few slokas which can be picked up. Maybe something is most favorable to you and which I miss it, it becomes a problem. So I will try to put them into that logical sequence in which I am planning to do it, so that you will also feel comfortable and happy. That's what I want. And third one, all that link of the three different styles of classes. One is tidbits, another one is chapter by chapter, one is sloka by sloka. All the playlist link also I posted onto chat box. Those who are not comfortable picking up in the chat box, no problem. From WhatsApp I will send you, or maybe when this is posted on YouTube I will post you there and then see. I wish all of you should have one little courtesy. When you look at YouTube, just send a comment there, because that comment is most acceptable to me. Assume that you are looking at my sloka by sloka class. In this, I did not understand. Definitely we will pick it up based on those people who are attending this. And when you come on to video, you appear and ask. If that is there already, I also require some time probably to look at it. What do you mean? So that I must have marked it, maybe this book I must have read maybe 1,000 times, no? And I have got one-to-one reference. I go mad sometime. Oh, this is the same thing which again here it is there. So why should I read it? So repetitions I will avoid. Or maybe when you ask, I will tell you this is what I dealt already in this sloka. That way I can connect, because many of them are connected. Either you could unmute and ask me questions. That will be the most happiest thing, because there is no satsang without discussions. You could go half an hour or maybe little more than that also. If Dilip ji permits, we could go. Yeah.
That's a question from Rao. Bhagavad Gita, which book to refer? Please let us know.
I think Bhagavad Gita, there is only one book. There are some books where 701 sloka. There are some books where instead of 4 lines, they put 4.5 line Therefore, one sloka is left in some books. Otherwise, Shankara's interpretation is the best. Okay, which is Gorakhpur in Bhagavad Gita is one of the best. I'll tell you, there is a beautiful Gorakhpur Bhagavad Gita, Dr. TPS. Otherwise, you look at my satsang which happened in Columbus. Somebody asked this question, I mentioned Gorakhpur Bhagavad Gita is good. I told you, I have not taken any book when I went to Columbus for the class session started. I was thinking I did not take my book. I should have taken my Gorakhpur Bhagavad Gita because this is Malayalam version. When I gave first talk, English words itself was not coming. So I had problems. So I had to refer a lot, to prepare a lot. Today I don't require. Once I have done, I'm not that bad. My buddhi works. Some technical terms will come. Otherwise, my learning was in Malayalam, English was not coming. I had a problem. So I used to prepare. I also used to make a PowerPoint and post it and look at my laptop and then present. That's what I do. Today I cannot do it because I'm looking at all of your faces. Sometimes I use only this book to refer, right? But then I was mentioning, I wish I had Gorakhpur Bhagavad Gita. You must see that video and then comment. You will love it. That is what Bhagavan Krishna's blessings. Immediately somebody, some local English person was knocking on the door. I heard it was not a temple, it's a small house in which it was running like a temple. I was doing Bhagavad Gita. One man came and said, I have got an old Bhagavad Gita book. Is it useful for any one of you? Because I feel that you are all studying Bhagavad Gita. And that was Gorakhpur Bhagavad Gita book. That's a great blessing. And immediately I asked the temple organizers to put a almara there and then put that books there. Many people contributed. That's how that, it was not a temple, it's only a small puja room and then some tiffin room, a rented house. Now they are building a big temple. August 3rd is the ground-breaking ceremony in which you can see that is my DP. Today I posted onto my DP because I was remembering those days. 2019 August 3rd was the groundbreaking ceremony. I did many plans. I helped them to do. That is where I started teaching Bhagavad Gita. Universal Unitarian Church. That's where interfaith meetings used to happen. I had a lot of dialogue. And the temple is called the Southern Indiana place. So I recommend general public probably Gorakhpur Gita Press. It's also called Gita Press. And I had a subscription for Gita Press. They give a beautiful series of books which was costing only 3 rupees. The picture in the inside cover page itself looks so beautiful. Devis, Devas. That's how I did a lot of my learning. And they also specifically bring out Upanishad number. That's how it is called. Woman number. All philosophy teachers should have this in the library. At least in their house. Don't put it in the library. Spend some money from your pocket also to learn. I have all these books. Plenty of books. I don't know what will happen when I die. But it's a beautiful library. And not that I kept it there. I keep it only after reading. Don't keep it there. Then you will not take it out. You keep it on your table. When finish, you put it there. Otherwise, many people use it for decorating. Don't do that. Bhagavad Gita number. Woman number. Upanishad, how women were. So Gita Press. I recommend Gita Press. Probably online you can use what I gave as a reference to you. The Holy Gita. You type Holy Gita. That will come. And your mother tongue is your interest. Then you should choose whatever you have. Chinmayas is good. I only have Guru who doesn't have any other Shishya, and I am the only one for Brahmasri KPC and Anijan Bhattadripad. And me and Dilip ji, Guruji is connected because of Nitya Chaitanya Yeti. Nitya Chaitanya Yeti is a relative of Dilip ji, and he happens to be my Guru. Like I am a Ekalavya Shishya for him. I enjoyed his biological interpretations. And those who want integral books which came from Anandashram from Kerala. There is one Srikant, integral book Srikant, biological interpretations to Bhagavad Gita, beautiful book. That's a series of articles which he published in Malayalam, which he translated and made a book. So there are a lot of things to read. Nowadays I am not reading because last 496 non-stop class. That's what I did every day. Just now I finished 7:15 class and then started now. Some of them were there. Vasavi was there. That was on over usage of mobile phone. So yesterday was faculty development program. So every day something or other, right? And then I spent a lot of time in editing and putting it. I've got two cameras, I put them together, merge with this screen which I grabbed, add this audio into that. It's a big magic. It takes another 3-4 hours. After finishing that only I'll sleep today. That's what I do. Okay, so write some comment. Book. That's the if you ask that question there also, I will again answer. I'll try. And chat box, whatever is there, generally I copy the chat and then post it as comment so that you know what answer I gave in case if you missed. That is for those people who want it, because what I am doing is a very serious learning activity. So reference is already there. Yeah.
Sir, good evening.
Good
Sir,
evening.
I want to ask something.
Yeah.
Can I?
Don't ask something related to Bhagavad Gita without that introduction.
Yes, sir.
You could ask straight
Yes, sir.
question without any bush around. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, my question is something related to
Okay.
that if we go to the analysis Guru Titya Parampara, or you can say mentor-mentee, that is started from the Upanishad.
Yeah.
So what I found is that something strange or something like the guru is a person who knows about the Atma Gyan, like Kathopanishad, Yama and Nachiketa, and same thing is being repeatedly in the Bhagavad Gita, other Upanishads also, Swetaketu and Udalak. And then coming back to Satyakam, Jamala, then Krishna and Arjun. So you find there is a specific guru is there and the mentee also one. Why it was restricted to only one person, though the answer is already there that a person who is competent and who wish to know Brahma can know Brahma, but then still why majority of the people are not being aware of that knowledge which they about the self-knowledge. Why it is restricted to one person only? That was my. If Lord Krishna wanted, he could have discussed with other Pandavas also. The problem because which Arjun faced was the problem with other Pandavas also. And but he discussed only with the Arjun.
Yeah. Understood.
That is my.
See, in the whole Mahabharata war among Panchapandavas, Arjuna is supposed to be the most best warrior. So if he can be motivated, the war is winning. And Arjuna is not taken by Krishna as a disciple. It is Arjuna who surrendered to Krishna and asked, I have confusion, I want your help. So it is not Guru hunting for disciples. Today it is like that. Today they will start hunting for disciples. No. Only you need an advertisement for people to know, oh, there is somebody like this. Unless somebody says that I am ready to listen to you, and actually it is the student who does interview to the master to understand whether this fellow is good enough for becoming my teacher. When that is done, you identify somebody, or maybe it is hearsay. Then you go to them, and then what do? You can ask a question. So it's like a samvadam. So that samvadam is what makes them to be into that relation. And it is not a teacher and a taught. It is always a friend. It's always a pida. You know the definitions in Bharatiya Shastra. If I sleep on Jayanti's lap and then die, Jayanti is my daughter, irrespective of whether Jayanti is my senior or junior. On whose lap you lie down and die, they are called kids. That is putra. Whoever takes me, pum naraka, takes me to naraka or surga, wherever. And that trayati, that who is taking me, that is my last wish. That is how I am seeing. So today, that is not applicable. So who is your disciple? Who is your student? I had a desire, oh, this person I must meet. But he comes and calls me. So sometime what happens, my guru, meditation master, I never hunted for him. He came to me. I never went for a Brahmasri. He came to me. I never went for Nitya Chaitanya. His disciple who wrote Yadicharitam, I happened to meet. He gave me that And then I became a Ekalavya Shishya. Understood? Today we have many such options. Those days, one person was there around. Like Ramakrishna had only one Vivekananda. But who took him to Ramakrishna? Somebody else. He is also one teacher. So LKG I have one teacher. When I see my first master who taught me, he is my guru. But when I am progressing, I can always go. So today's gurus are not expert in all field. Assume I want to learn yogasana, I will have to go on somebody else. I want to learn samadhi. That yogasana person only knows one step. He doesn't know all the other steps. 7 steps he don't know. So what should I do? I will have to go somewhere else. And nobody knows Yama. Non-violence is not known to everybody. So I have to only read Mahatma Gandhi to understand little bit of it and then take part of it. So who are my gurus today? Multiple of them. So those days, options were there. Krishna also was very close to Panjali. Krishna also was very close to Kundi. Whatever advice to be given to them at the right time, they have given. Krishna is a one good master. He will go only what they require at that point of time. So that's why he is embodiment of Guru. Don't keep on giving unnecessary things at unnecessary places whenever they require. Don't think a doctor will go and search everybody on the street and then you have fever, I will give you medicine. That's not doctor's job. Whoever comes to doctor, they will give medicines, right? So similarly, a master's job has to be whoever comes. But today, that is not happening because we will have to advertise. Because masters are not designated. Those days, masters were designated by the king. They were taken as advisors. And who is good? Guru is not at all good actually. Acharya is much better. Acharya is who practices. So don't think Krishna was a guru. Krishna was an acharya. That's why Krishna also says, Arjuna, you are also an acharya. And that is why in Bhagavad Gita says, Yadyata ajarati srashta tatta devetu rochana sayat pramanam gurude logastadanuvartade. If somebody does it, that will become an acharam and you will become one of the role model. So in fact, Krishna himself is addressing Arjuna as an acharya. What a great thing is that, you see. Your first day student itself becomes a guru for you. He says, you are also an acharya like me. That's why he said, God, Guru, Self. And that relationship when joins, that is what the 18th chapter, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. That moksham is sannyasam, sannyasam is samadhi. In which your brain doesn't work, your buddhi doesn't work, your manas doesn't work. What works is only Atma. And you become an Atmiya Purusha. Therefore, what is Bhagavad Gita in one line? If somebody asks you what is Bhagavad Gita, don't give philosophical lectures. One line you must answer it. How do you answer? Let anybody answer it. One line, one sentence. What is Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, Jayanti. One line.
Art of living, sir. Yes.
Then somebody will file a case against you. And don't think what he does is Bhagavad Gita. Actually, that is most stupid thing in the form art of lying, art of living, art of sleeping and all that. It is not.
I can say, sir, it is the text through which you can know yourself.
Okay, at least all of you who are here should have only one definition from tomorrow. If you don't have a better definition, if you have a better definition, you come and teach me. I will also learn that. Samasta Vedanta Sara Sangraha Rupam is Bhagavad Gita. So what is Bhagavad Gita? Samasta Vedanta, the whole Vedanta in this world. And what is done? Don't say Upanishad. Upanishad is not Vedanta. Vedanta is much more. A teacher-student discussion is what is Upanishad. So Upanishad is there, but connected to Veda straight, because Bhagavan himself is telling, Vyasa himself is telling. All the disciples of Vyasa would have written Upanishad. We should not refer that. Though that is how added in the many people interpret it like that, because the Upanishad is most famous. Vedantam is everything together. Veda, Upanishad, everything together. Samasta Vedanta Saram. The densified, the best essence, nectar taken out of it. Sangraham. Oh, such a beautifully codified. That Rupam is Bhagavad Gita. That's what I learned from my Guru. I keep asking such questions. What is Bhagavad Gita? See, you ask questions, then only the milk will come. Like Arjuna should ask question, Krishna will give, right? So I had that plentiness of questions with me. And when we meet, we keep on asking questions. One sentence, how do you ask? That's what it is. Yeah.
Sir, I have one question.
No, sir. I am
regarding-
Dr. TP. Yes, please.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
No, against.
Dr. TPS.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, in that Kurukshetra, Krishna went as a Shanti Duta and tried to convince that the war should be stopped and give at least one village for the Pandavas. But they deny and they try to arrest the Krishna, right? So he shows the Vishwarupa.
Yeah.
But still they can't, why don't they stop the war saying that the God is in front of us and we can't win the war?
No. What information I am not seeing you. When you speak, your video is on, you will come on to my first display. So otherwise I don't know. It's only Amaravani.
Okay.
Sure. Introduce, no? Yeah. Always
Yeah,
better to come on to video. That gives a live interaction. Otherwise you may remember my face. How do I remember Amarendra Rao?
Yeah.
Where are you
Yeah,
from?
so, yeah,
Introduce.
this is-
Where are you from,
Now can you
Amarendra?
see?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
I'm from Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland. Okay.
Good.
So my
Dublin
my
itself?
question is regarding
Dublin itself?
Yeah, Dublin itself.
My son is in Dublin University.
Oh, nice.
He finished his PhD and now doing postdoc there. I visited Dublin. So you can see Dublin Dr. TPS, you will see my travelogue. I don't know whether I wrote a poetry also on that. My life, rhythm of life, there is a poetry on Dublin. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, nice. Very
Now there is some small misinterpretation. As a mediator, as a great manager, Krishna went not during Mahabharata war, prior to that.
Yes,
Failing
just to
that
stop the
discussion,
war.
failing that discussion, it was a decision to fight a war because that is unavoidable.
Yes.
And Vishwarupam was not shown to any of the other people other than Arjuna. So he has not shown his Vishwarupa to anybody else. Now that was
Okay.
that was only a small portion. The actual Vishwarupa Darshanam in full form is only to Arjuna,
Okay.
not to many people. That is where Arjuna wanted to see him to get that courage. So Arjuna knew that there was some small form shown somewhere else. So he was a failure as a mediator because he himself says, he knows that mediation will not happen, but the trial has to be done. That is the rule. Even I have to fight war with somebody else, I should have a mediator who says, yeah, we have done for negotiation, they were not accepting, therefore I am fight to put a war. Right? So some iota of dharma is there, I must test. So it was all testing process. Even after the war, Gandhari gave a shapa to Krishna.
Yes.
Smilingly, he accepted and said, it is not
Yeah.
you are doing it wrong, I am not doing wrong. It's all what Vidhata. So beyond all these, Vishnu is Vidhata.
Okay.
That-
but
yeah.
when Gandhari gives the curse, the Krishna says that I accept that I could have stopped the war. So there was a contradict between that.
Yeah, that is what
He
I am
went
saying.
as a-
I am only a tool. I am here not as the God. I have taken the Manushya Rupa. I am an avatar. So when I am an avatar, I should not behave like God. Otherwise, why? His one weapon is good enough to smash everybody 1 moment, 1 second fraction, right? But then you see, the weapon is also called Sudarshanam. What is Darshanam? Darshanam is philosophy. What is Sudarshanam? The best philosophy. His job, the weapon should not be smashing somebody else. Advice is what is supposed to be given. But then advice doesn't work. That's what the other day I was telling. In Bharatiya Shastra we says, Agradas Chaduro Veda. In the front I must show all the Vedas. That is what Bhagavad Gita is also. But advice also. Mediation also. If that doesn't work, what should I do? Prishtajasharam Dhanur. Take my weapon from my behind. That's why you can see all God. One hand blessing. Behind all of them had got all the weapons ready. If you don't listen to my Wherever advice is to be done, wherever blessing is to be given, bless that. Wherever shapatapi shapam, wherever shapa can be given, give shapa. If shapa doesn't work, sharatapi sharam. Take your weapon, start dish. That's what Bhagavan says. So he tried mediation, it doesn't work. So what to be done? Yeah, you fight. That's your fate, that's my fate. Got it? So Vidhata is most important. So I wrote another poetry which is called Life of Love, in which arrow with a shadow. That's a beautiful poetry. One life, Rama hiding with Rama's advice, whether Rama does it or Bali does it, Sugriva does it, Bali does to Sugriva, Sugriva does to Bali. Who is that man who is responsible? A dharmic person who made somebody else to do adharma. Hidingly, arrow was thrown and then killed. Then next Janma, Krishna will get it back. That's why I said arrow from shadow. Read that poetry and then put some comment. You will love it.
Yeah, sure.
So whatever you do in one Janma will come back to your next Janma. That even Krishna cannot stop it.
Okay. So last one question in my mind is, so while the war is get started, so the Kurukshetra when it gets started, the Kauravas did some what you call illegal kind of thing to kill that Abhimanyu, Chakravyuh and all, and Pandavas also did some mistakes to finish off like Karna and Bhishmacharya and some of this thing.
Yeah.
So, but is this right? Is it right thing to do? They could have did like if following the rules as well as kill them. Like, why did have to break the rule and then?
Yeah.
Because it's like a big thing, right?
Understood.
In
Bharatiya Dharma, in Krita Yuga Dharma was, or Satya Yuga Dharma was nature Dharma.
Yeah.
We are like an animal. Animals never do adharma. There is no cunning. If they want to eat, I may kill. My food I have to hunt and then eat. That is dharma. Okay. When it comes to Treta Yuga, Rama's dharma is most powerful. Because inside you there is no fight. It is between one society to another society. Understood? So that dharma is, I cannot kill somebody else, so I have to get the help of a mediator. The mediator happens to be the monkey's troop and all that. And between them there is a problem. I will have to make them united, give some power to somebody else. Therefore Bali Sugriva was made to collaborate together. Some adjustment was done. There are a lot of mischief done by Rama also indirectly.
Yeah.
See, that is all true there. But he did not do directly. He made somebody else to do it. So that's all trick in the during the war. Okay.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to Dwapara Yuga, it is within the family. So when it happens within the family, what should I do? I must use many people here all collaborated each other. Like Bhishma. Bhishma also was killed not by Arjuna straight. He took blessing. Tomorrow I am going to kill you. Please bless me and give me that courage. What a great thing is that. Yes, tomorrow you can. Right? It is not that Karna doesn't know that it is their brothers. So within the family there are a lot of adjustment. What is ultimately done? It's like a management science. When union and the leadership is discussing, we will tell something, don't tell this. Don't tell this. That is in the Dwapara Yuga. In Kali Yuga it is much more worse. In Kali Yuga when fight happens, you can see many people keep fighting internally also. It is not between group to group. Internal fighting. My buddhi to my manas. That's a conflict. So from the nature we have gone to this small individualistic nature. So each dharma at different kala is entirely different. That's why we cannot know what dharma. See, Rama may not mind marrying anybody. But when somebody wanted to marry him, he said, I took an oath. Therefore, I cannot do it. See, if I would not have taken an oath, I could have done. See, that word is what is being stuck. Here, Dharmaputra says, I took an oath, I will not make any mistakes. But if you are doing, you do, I will tell what I want to tell. You want me to silently tell it, lower voice I should tell it. You want to make a drum, that's up to you. But I will stick on to my dharma. How do you use it? It's your wish and will. So these are all trade tricks. These are all war tricks. I wrote beautiful articles on many of these. You can ask me, maybe one of the blog it is there. Dharma Shastra in different yuga, how is it to be interpreted? Where, when, why, how, what for, in front of whom, with whom you are doing, all these are taken for Dharma Shastra. And Amarendra, don't tell this is my last question. I wish you have many more questions.
Yeah.
Don't tell this is my last question. This should be triggering lot of different questions to you. Okay? We will take up one question
Can
from.
I come in?
Yeah. No, we will take it up later.
Can
We will
we
take
just,
some more questions from some. Yeah, make it short. Philosophy professor, don't become
Yes,
philosopher.
yes, yes. No, sir. Can I say that because the nature of dharma is such that if you do something bad, so you will be punished for that. So I don't think anything after they killed Abhimanyu. So the nature of the dharma was that they have to fight and they have to not kill intentionally because they have done something wrong and they have to be punished for that. So I think so.
No, there are
That way
different
also we
messages.
can see that.
See, there are different messages. Abhimanyu was over enthusiastic. See, there is also saying, because your father is a great warrior, and don't take that credit and say, I can also fight war because you are not experienced. This also gives a message to your children. Oh, my father was a politician. I know how to do politics and jump from one party to another party. Finished, you will be dead there. You understood? Because they will all come together and then trap you. You have to be very careful. These are all messages. Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata is a beautiful scripture. Not for Bhagavad Gita is not for Krishna to Arjuna. Mahabharata is not for me to you. It is for the politicians. I keep saying, if you take examples of Karna, if he will see he is the one who has changed his caste. He is lived somewhere, but he changed. He was first person who changed his caste. When somebody changes his caste, immediately there will be a question coming, who is your father and mother? Tell me which is your caste. And he was out of the competition. He did that to Guru. See, assume I want to join some college, I want to have a reservation. I give a false caste certificate. The time I was caught, I will be thrown out. So he was thrown out by Guru. And then when he wanted to actually marry somebody, then he was asked caste certificate. Because he didn't cast, immediately the politician came. Duryodhana came and said, you are in my party, now you can do any mischief. Understood? So we can have lot of interpretations of Mahabharata based in politics. So what is Mahabharata? It's a political story. Power. How do power can be used? You can be blind king, but still you can fight. But ultimately, one Krishna will come to topple you down. That's what it says. It will not long for long. So there are, maybe somebody will jump and then show that, yeah, I know how to fight. He may over. And Mahabharata, I told you, you cannot get rid of. Without losing your life, you are not out. So there are many other stories around it. Once you read that book, Mahabharata is unbelievable. Lot of confusing, conflicting questions will get solved. Wonderful. Good enough? It is 9 o'clock.
I want to add one thing which I learned about Abhimanyu.
Yeah.
Being a biology student, I always focus on that point. Yes, you learn a lot things when you are conceived in your mother's womb. And that moment of time, you should listen lot of spiritual things, and that's what gives you another insight about Abhimanyu's learning. Yes. Right.
We keep prescribing. When some pregnant woman come, we will tell you what slokas you have to listen, what chanting you have to do. And there are some specific, suppose Lalita Sahasranamam, you keep on chanting. You become courageous. Some sense will come to you. You need not chant if you don't know. You could also listen those cassettes. Because those days cassettes are not there. Today you have. Right? So listen to that. When you listen internally, there is a chanting happening. I never learned, but I taught many places. Interpreting it and then describing. Again, my last American trip was one. We had 7 states travel. Most of the ladies who were traveling as family together with me, they could chant. So they used to ask question, this loka, what is the meaning? So the whole trip was so beautiful. You can see Lalita Sahasranamam interpretation by me on drive, 7 states drive. audio is not that clear because of the drive, but some different thoughts we had. Earlier I taught in Hyderabad, Kanchan Bagh. I used to drive from Malkajgiri and teach a lot of people Lalita Sahasranamam interpretations, Vishnu Sahasranamam. Many things we finished. All of them have got a inbuilt power inside you which can come. Vedandago Brahmanahasya Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet Vaishyo Dhana Samruddhaha Shudra Sukham Apniyat. Vishnu Sahasranamam is given when Bhishma has fallen, because we are at Bhagavad Gita. Bhishma has fallen on the ground. When Mahabharata war was over, there are a lot of people who had a lot of questions to Dharmaputra. Krishna, whether you have done right thing or not. Is it the just dharma to be implemented? Are you the king who is called Dharmaputra? Charvaka asked a question. You are to be ashamed of yourself calling us Dharmaputra when you killed your gurus, your grandfather. So Dharmaputra had no answer. Then he said, yeah, what this old man Charvaka is telling is really correct. Now what should I do? So encyclopedia was there, Dr. Krishna. So immediately he went crying to Dr. Krishna, though Krishna is junior to him by age. Krishna was 65 years, 82 and a half years. Then another 33 years he lived. 126 and a half years was his life. Then he asked, this man is asking like this, Charvaka, I don't have an answer, what to be done? So he says, I have no answer. What you have done is perfectly wrong. You should not have fought war. Who asked you to make this war happen? Krishna is a Chalu. He says, Dharmaputra, you are responsible. Now what is to be done? I will go for sannyas. Then Krishna said, you go and take 100 years of sannyas, your papa will not be cleaned. See, the whole thing is done by Krishna, and Krishna is scolding Dharmaputra being the reason for the war. Now you tell me, what should I do? If you go for sannyas, what you have done is wrong. If you rule the country, what you have done is justified. See, what you do is not important. What you do after that is also important. If you are fighting a war for what? For the adharmic people to go out and establish dharma. And you want to go for penance, then what is the fighting for? So you have to rule the country and show dharma is prevailing. Then your war is justified. Similarly, again, give me some advice how to rule the country. Krishna says, hey, why should I give you those? There is an old man lying. I am still there with you another 30 years. I will give you advices later. There is man with expiry date, ICU. On the ICU he is sleeping. He may be off. Before taking him to the graveyard, go and ask him question. So Dharmaputra goes and asks the old man, Bhishmaji, give me some advice. See, these are all Krishna's chalunas. Very, very cunning fellow. Immediately Bhishma gave 100 names of Krishna. Vishnu, you chant this, then you will realize how the world is to be ruled. Do you think Krishna himself can give over boasting like this? It is like a boasting himself. So he cannot give. So what do? See, when I want to be kept up, I should tell Dr. Jayanti, please invite me to your lecture, and then tell that Dr. TPS is great. Because I cannot tell in the class, right? When Dilip ji want, I will tell Dilip ji is so great. These are all some adjustment in between. So similarly, he was asked, now you tell. And what is that Bhishma gave? Bhishma gave 1,000 names. If you pray this, you will become great. Immediately Dharmaputra asked, only I should chant or everybody can chant? Then the answer was, everybody should chant because everybody should praise Krishna, no? And what will be the benefit? Vedandago Brahmanaha, who chant, who want knowledge, they will get knowledge. Then, who want to fight and become powerful and become famous? Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet. If a Kshatriya chant, he will get it. So everybody has to chant it. Immediately the answer came. Vaishyo Dhana Samruddhaha. If Vaishya chant, he will become rich. Shudra Sukham Apniyat. Shudra chants, he will become very happy. So what you want to be in your life? I want to be Shudra. I want to be happy. But temporary happy or permanent happy? Little more happier. So what should I do? I should become Vedanta here. So my Uttar Pradesh is learning and teaching. My Bengal to Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh is below. Bengal to Gujarat, excepting Madhya Pradesh. That belt is my Kshatriya. Madhya Pradesh is earning money. And Shudra is basically I am from Kerala. So I have to be a full Indian to be happy. Vedanta go Brahmanaha, Kshatriyo Vijayi Bhavet, Vaishyo Dhana Samardhaha, Shudra Sukhamapniyat. So you have to take different roles. Then only you can become knowledgeable, powerful, earn money and happy. If everything is not there, you don't have a balanced life. What a great lesson is that. So whatever you do, you can become successful. That's what. Because we started with which Khanda? Which Khanda? Which volume we are talking today? Bhishma. Okay. So in the Bhishma Parva, what we discuss, let us end up with Bhishma. And what is that Bhagavad Gita should end with? End with that sloka. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu, which is an Upanishad, Brahma Vidyayam, Brahma Vidya. You can see Brahma Vidya Dr. TPS, one small short lecture on that. Yoga Shastra, don't think Yoga Shastra is gymnastics. Yoga Shastra is Ashtanga Yoga up to Samadhi. Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvadi, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. The end becomes Moksha Sannyasa Yogo Namaha. That is what the end is. Ashtadashodhyayaha. So we finished Bhagavad Gita today. 18th chapter, 78th sloka. Started with Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, sloka 1. Repeat it many times, by heart it. If you don't by heart in next 1 week, you are never going to by heart it if you are already not known. In my Google form, you could copy and use it, or send me a WhatsApp, I can send you, but today night it will be closed. So you will get give some suggestions which I can pick it up and get some more inputs from you to orient my class suitable to the listeners. That's what I do. Okay. So good enough, Dilip ji? Any more questions or any more? Otherwise, we will take it up next week. Same time, 7:30. Good enough. Dilip ji, our link when we register, if I register once, many times I registered, you can see at least 4 or 5 times I registered. It was testing it. So many people register once again. Even Rama Devi asked me, I registered but I lost my email. Where I don't know which email give. So I said again to register, it doesn't stop you. So even the same email you give, you will see repetition. That may be the reason we had over 300. And anyway, it's nice that you have kept live and then asked some people to watch on the YouTube. Good. Good.
Over 700 people watched now.
Yeah.
That itself is good.
It's great.
To see. We want to reach out to people. We don't want to hide somewhere.
When we were discussing, we were telling 10-20 is good enough. Even 1 is good enough. 1 good student is good enough actually. But 10-20 is okay. Anyway, I am enjoying. I don't know whether you are suffering or not. If you are suffering, good for you. Nailaya. Is it Nailaya Spa?
Nilaya from Brazil, student of Sami Buaji.
Nilaya.
Member of the Olympic team from Brazil.
Nilaya, if you join next week, I will ask you to chant Sloka number 1 and Sloka number last. If you want special lecture tuitions, you could dial to me anytime. Or listen to me many times.
Okay, I have to listen.
Otherwise,
I can't do.
yeah.
Me?
No, you have to chant.
What do you do? Okay, but I chant with my body. Okay.
Don't worry, you chant. And I want many. I can call anybody and say, chant this sloka number 1. You should have at least only 2, because that's why I'm taking only 2. If you listen, there is no purpose. If you chant yourself, you will enjoy it. Okay?
Okay, I'll look for it.
As many mistakes, no problem. As many mistakes you make, that will become beautiful for me to say, this is where mistakes happened. You should correct it like this. And this is the meaning. You can listen that audio. I told you that Holy Gita. Go to Bhagavad Gita 1 I will send you that in case if you send me a WhatsApp or
Okay.
send a message on to my Facebook. My Facebook, my WhatsApp, you send me individually. I can send you where you have to look for learning it by heart, because my compilation on the blog probably I would have posted it already, but it is full, so you will have to go through all that to listen to the last. But that sloka one by one, beautiful, easy to learn. Referring that becomes easier. I can give you that. Okay.
I'll send you.
Already I posted on chat box. You could use that. Otherwise, get back to me anytime you could. So thank you for this opportunity. I should say pranams to Dilip ji. Dilip ji is a person who conducts beautiful international events. I enjoyed, though we gained to acquaintance only very recently. We have a very close relationship because I kept on telling last time also, nobody would have spent together this much time as I and Dilip ji spent. We have lot of dialogue, lot of discussions outside it also happens. So we thought that when we say yoga, people mistook it as only gymnastics and physical exercise. We need to club that best yoga book, Bhagavad Gita, as also part of it. That's why we started doing it. Pranams to each one of you. I am blessed to have great people. Gopalakrishna is there, Vijayan ji is there. There are a lot of people who are part of different yoga systems from different cities today. Okay, we have people from Gulf, we have people from Europe, we have people from America. Many of them joined. Okay.
I like to thank, actually we won't thank in a spiritual part, but still, it's the official way, I had to thank Dr. T.P.R. Shashirumarji. Instead of sir, G is good enough. Calling G is respectable, you know. He brought this slogas and giving a different dimension as to learn. That's the part I like about it. Lot of times there's a conflict between different teachings. Here there's not conflict. We are here to ready to open up ourselves. Main thing is we want to learn about it instead of looking which teacher taught this way, which school taught this way. Not. Bhagavad Gita as it is, we want to learn. So he brought that point very clearly. I am looking forward to have the next 21 weekends to learn more. You know, even for me, it's a learning process, reminding me in different things. And I'm so happy to host this event. And Well Yoga Community is a non-profit organization, is part of the Department of Global Communications at the UN. We are the associate, and recently we became part of the ECOSOC status. So we try to reach out to different communities and people from different countries with different faith groups. We want to work in a spiritual path to educate people. That's our path. So we are doing very well. So see you everyone next Sunday, 10 a.m. in New York time, 7:30 p.m. in Indian time.
Gabriel is also there. He is hiding or what?
Yeah, he is a co-host. Gabriel,
Show your face, Gabriel. Gabriel is a good student of Dilip ji. So, Gabriel, next week, first your face, 2 slokas. Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, sloka number 1, 18th chapter, 78th sloka. Gabriel is a beautiful singer. He will sing in a different style.
Namaste, Guru.
Namaste. So,
namaste everyone.
tata, bye bye.
Namaste.
We will have little 10 minutes early. We will have more dialogue. 7:30 Gabriel will start with his Bhagavad Gita chanting.
Perfect.
Namaskar.